Welcome back to another video. I'm really excited for this video because I'm doing a book haul. This would be my second book haul I've done. The last book haul I did was actually, I think it was like my second or third video on this channel. So it's been a bit. But I thought it would be fun to share all the books that I got in the past like month or two. So that's all of these. And as you can see, I also got a few sprayed edges ones because I couldn't help myself. But I'm really excited to share the books I got. So most of it is obviously romance. Most of it is romance. I do have some fantasy in here as well though that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I'm so excited. Let's get started. Okay, the first book I'm going to mention is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I just got this, I think, like 4 days ago. Yeah, this is like my recent purchase. I am currently in the middle of reading it. As you can tell, there's my little bookmark. I'm almost done. I got this much left. I'm almost done. I've been tabbing it. You'll hear my thoughts on this in another video, so I won't really talk about it. But I will mention that I have been so excited to read this. I loved Powerless. If you have not seen my Powerless reading vlog, go check that out. Okay, I had a lot of fun with that video. That was so much fun. Can't wait to know what happens in this last little bit. I feel like it's going to shock me. Speaking of Reckless and Lauren Roberts, I also got recently Powerful. Okay, so this is Adina's book, which is Peyton's best friend. I hear a lot of people bawl their eyes out this, and if you guys aren't familiar with this, it is just a little novella that I hear or have seen on like TikTok, Bookstagram, everywhere, that people are literally bawling their eyes out during this, and I'm not gonna lie, I am scared because it's just a little novella, but it really packs a punch, I guess. So I'm really scared, but I'm also really excited. Oh, this next book I'm really excited about. I watched the show on Amazon and I loved the show. And I actually want to read this book before watching the show, but I have no self-control. And I really wanted to watch this show. And I knew that I wasn't going to be reading this book soon because there are other books that I really want to read, especially there's some new releases that I've been dying to read. That is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jodi Meadows. I'm really excited for this. This is like a drama comedy set in, is it like the 1700s? 16 or 1700s? If you love Enemies to Lovers, you will love the show and this book. I haven't read this book, but if I watched reading up watching the show, I know I'm gonna love this book. I literally devoured the show in like one night. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this though. Next is actually a second book in the series, and it's a very popular series. The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I just recently read The Deal. Loved it. I get the hype. I really do. Love Garrett Graham. Love that man. And I feel like I'm gonna love John Logan as well, because this is about Garrett Graham's best friend, John Logan. I love hockey romances. I love sports romances, but hockey romances are like my favorite. I don't know why. I just do. They're just, I don't know. There's just something about it. And I know I'm not the only one. Okay, so this next book right here is a fantasy that I have heard absolutely nothing about. But I saw it at Target and I saw these sprayed edges and I wanted it. And it sounds good. It does. I read the back in there and it sounds good. Filthy Rich Fae by Geneva Lee. And look at the sprayed edges. Like, gorgeous. I want to get the rest of the series. I know, obviously, before I finish it, you know, before I even read this first book, I'm probably going to get the rest of the series. But this cover is so cool. I think it's really pretty. Like, look at that. The gold on the flowers. It's so pretty. Another fantasy book by a well-known author. She is actually the author of, I think it's from Blood and Ash. I think it's that one. But it's Jennifer L. Armentrout. Is that how you say it? But it's White Hot Kiss. I think, okay, don't quote me on this, I'm not sure, but I think it is a YA fantasy. I could be wrong though, but it sounds really good. One kiss could be enough to kill in the first book in the fan favorite Dark Elements trilogy from the #1 New York Times best-selling author of the Blood and Ash series. So yeah, of Blood and Ash.
17-year-old Layla just wants to be normal, fit in at school, and go out on a real date with the gorgeous Zane, who she's crushed on since forever. Trouble is, Zane treats Layla like a sister, and Layla is anything but normal. She's half demon, half gargoyle, with abilities no one else possesses. And even though Zane is a warden, part of the race of
sorry, what?
Part of the race of gargoyles tasked with hunting demons and keeping humanity safe, Layla's kiss will kill anything with a soul, including him. Then she meets Roth, a tattooed, simply hot demon who claims to know her secrets, though Layla knows she should stay away. It's tough when that whole no-kissing thing isn't an issue. Trusting Roth could ruin her chances with Zane, and brand her a traitor to the warden family that raised her. But as Layla discovers she's the sole reason for a violent demon uprising, kissing the enemy suddenly pales in comparison to the looming end of the world.
Like, doesn't that sound really good? I'm excited to read this. I really am. Okay, this is actually a YA mystery thriller. I'm trying to read more thrillers. I saw this, and what drew me to it was actually the cover. I saw the cover and I was like, I gotta get it. I didn't even read what it was about. I just bought it, and then I read it in the car. Two Sides to Every Murder by Danielle Valentine. Like, do you understand why I saw the cover and immediately bought it? It's a cute cover for a thriller book, which I know is crazy to say, but like, is it not? The next book is also a very recent purchase. A very recent purchase. I literally just got it. Like, I think it was the day after it was released. I had to get it immediately because this series is one of my favorite series. It is a YA series, and it's so good. The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The Inheritance Games is one of my favorite series. The first book, The Inheritance Games, is my favorite book, so I mainly had to get this. I believe this is actually a new series, so it's connected to the Inheritance Games. So I won't tell you exactly what it's about because it will spoil what the last book ended on. And it follows different characters, but the characters that you see or heard about in like the first books, or that were in the first books, show up in here. I know that, but it is following different characters. Lyra, Rowan, and Gigi. But I'm really excited to read this. I cannot wait. I'm literally saying every single book, I can't wait to read it. Can't wait to read it. I'm so excited. But like, it's true. I'm just so excited. I'm like scared to read the next two books, but it's by the same author, so I'm gonna share them both at the same time. Lotus and June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. I'm scared to read them because, okay, so Jennifer Hartman is one of my all-time favorite authors. I have read 3 of her books so far, Still Beating, Older, and Catch the Sun. All 5 stars. They are so good. Oh wait, you know what? There's a third book. Catch the Sun. So never mind, I have 3 new books by her. I saw this and I'm sorry, it's not a movie. I read this and it was so good, but so heartbreaking, bawling my eyes out. Plus it's got like the orange sprayed edges, like, yes, thank you. That is fantastic. So, Kissing You feels like catching the sun. I want to know what happens to a man who barely claws his way out of a tragedy only to fall right into the arms of the one girl in the world he could never have. Another tragedy. That's what. And then Lotus. All these years, I've never given my heart to anyone. The truth is, I didn't have a heart to give. My heart was with a ghost. The 3 books I have read by her literally had me sobbing. It had me completely sobbing. So I just know that I'm going to cry at these books. Plus, this one's like chunky. This one's kind of chunky. I'm literally terrified. I'm not gonna lie. For what is in this book. This last book is different. It's a fantasy. I don't fully know what it's about. Well, I know a little glimpse of what it's about, but it's a little different. The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. First of all, can we just appreciate this cover? And then the sprayed edges, like, are you kidding me? It's so pretty. I didn't read the full blurb. I read to a certain part in the description and was like, that's all I need to know. I'm gonna get it. Just read you what I read in the store, and that is what convinced me to buy it. A lush cottagecore tale full of stolen spell books, unexpected friendships, sweet jams, and even sweeter love. First of all, cute, right? Keela has always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she and her assistant Kaz, a magical sentient spider plant, have spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spell books, preserving their magic for the city's elite. That was just the first paragraph in this blurb. And I finished off that and I was like, I'm getting it. Okay. Magical sentient spider plant. Okay. No, I gotta know. And I'm pretty sure it's a romantasy. This was a good place with kind people who cared about each other. There was a unicorn in the woods, mermaids in the coves, and the best raspberries she's ever tasted. So cute. I'm saving this book for the fall. Well, those are all the books I got in the past couple months. And there are some good books in here that I know are great. I feel like I have a few, maybe 5-star reads in here. I'm excited. I'm excited to get into these books. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.